Week of virtual learning here with us on our Allenwood Teacher YouTube channel. We're excited to get started on converting customer units of capacity with you in chapter 11. So it's really important that you understand what capacity is. Capacity is related to volume. It's the amount of space inside something. So if you have one of those great swimming pools in your backyard, try to think how much water could fit into that. That's asking what is the capacity of the swimming pool? How many gallons can fit in there? Think about a bottle of water. The amount of water in there, we are talking about the capacity. Okay, this is about 17 fluid ounces that's able to fit in there. Okay, just an example. So you're gonna see on our Google Classroom, all of us have posted this wonderful diagram for you. It's a great picture that depicts all the different types of measurements that you're gonna need to know for chapter 11, lesson 2. The big G here stands for obviously a gallon, so we're working with 1 gallon here. Within the 1 gallon, we go on to our purple quarts. The Qs, there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon, and we can see that here in our little chart. Then when we look inside the quarts, we see the Ps, okay? There are 2 pints per quart, and then to figure out how many pints are in 1 gallon, we would count 2, 4, 6, 8. So there are 8 pints in 1 gallon. And then within the P, let me just move it a little bit closer for you guys. You see the C's, okay? There are 2 cups within 1 pint, which then means there would be 4 cups in a quart. And then that means that there would be 4 times 4, which is 16 cups in a gallon. Okay, so not only do you have access to this, we highly suggest that you do print this out at home. It does not have to be in color, but if not, it's also available in your math textbook online, but it'll look more like this, or this entire thing. You could just look on your Google Classroom and see this at any point. Okay, so if you're able to draw this diagram, which kind of once you see it once or twice, you'll probably be able to do. Okay, so if you're on an assessment or something, or in the future you need to know this, if you're able to draw this diagram, then you definitely know how many of what are inside each one. So let's start with a question, okay? I'm actually using your math book, and it says right here, a recipe makes 16 cups of soup. I'm sure your parents or yourselves have cooked before. How many quarts does the recipe make? Okay, so we're starting off, we know that there are 16 cups. That's what we have. Okay, but we want to know how many quarts. So we're looking for quarts, okay? So it says right here, remember that there's 2 cups in a pint and 2 pints in a quart. So what you're going to do is we are going from cups to quarts. So we are going from a smaller unit, because we all know the size of a cup, it's pretty tiny, okay, to a bigger unit, which means that we're talking about conversions, we are going to divide, okay? So I look here, I know that there are 16 cups in a gallon, great, but do I really need that here? No, because I'm only talking about cups and quarts, okay? So then I know that there are 4 cups in 1 quart. Let me bring that closer for you. There are 4 cups in 1 quart. So if there are 4 cups in 1 quart, that means that I'm going to take my 16, and I know I'm going to divide because I'm going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, and I'm going to divide that by 4, which is going to give me 4 quarts. Okay? Pretty simple? Think we feel pretty good about that? I feel pretty good about that. Now, is it possible to first go from cups to pints and then pints to quarts? That's okay also, but this one works for you too. Okay, so in your textbook, there's going to be a few examples. Remember, you're always able to log into your student edition textbook online. Okay, so if you do the activity that we plan for you and then you say to yourself, you know what, I didn't do as well as I thought on that. Maybe I should go back into the textbook. So that way when I join my teachers on Zoom, I have specific questions. Please log into your textbook. Definitely go to the independent practice page. Get a few questions and just tell us teachers, hey, at that 10:15 Zoom, I need a little help on these conversions. If we could both work through this together, this type of book will be great, okay? So let's do just a few more. Okay, let's see. Let's see, I want to know 10 pints is equal to how many quarts? Okay, so I know I'm going from pints to quarts. So if I'm looking here, pints, they are smaller than quarts. So I know I'm going to have to divide. And then I know that there are 2 pints per quart. So I'm going to take my 10 and I'm going to divide by 2, which is going to give me 5. Once again, the reason why I did that, I divided because I'm going from a smaller to a larger unit, okay? And then I know after looking at my diagram that there are 2 pints per quart. So I'm going to do 10 divided by 2. 2 pints equal to 1 quart. So it's really helpful sometimes to write these things down. Even as an adult, these are things I still have to remind myself for, okay? So don't worry if you need some more practice on this. But if you're feeling good about it, awesome job, we're proud. Let's do another one with you. Okay, let's go the opposite way. Let's see if we could, I don't know if I have any multiplication here. All right, well, let's do this. 36 pints is equal to how many quarts? Okay, so once again, I'm going from that smaller to larger, so I'm going to divide. I know once again that there are 2 pints in 1 quart, and I said I'm going to divide. So I always start with what I have, and I know that I'm going to divide by 2, which is going to give me 18. So it's just important to remember this. If you're going from that smaller to larger, you're going to divide. Okay, but if you get caught with one of those questions where you're going from a larger unit of capacity to a smaller, make sure you multiply. This is a very, very helpful chart. Draw it out, get used to it, use it as a reference, go in your textbook, use every tool that you have. But the greatest tool you could use is not only your brain when you're doing this, but to also join us on a Zoom if you need the help. We love seeing you guys every day. We love working with you. We love the live lessons and the interaction. So any help we could be, we're there for you 100%. We're proud of each and every one of you. Okay, AW5, keep math alive. Keep going. Hope you enjoy.